Good morning, everyone. How was everyone today? Thought I'd touch on a little incident that happened to me the other day, and I thought it was kind of a shining moment. Someone followed me to the grocery store and continued to basically, I don't know if you want to call it harassment or what you want to call it, but cursed at me, were swearing at me, and apparently that wasn't even the person at all that the altercation was with. And I thought it was kind of interesting because it goes to show that I'm leveling up. And when things like this happen in our life, we don't realize, we see it as a bad thing, but it's not. It's actually what's going to be better that's coming our way. But we don't see that because the second that we get attacked or something happens that isn't going our way, our ego instantly takes over and gets into fight mode and worry mode and flight mode, when all fairness, it means that there's something better coming along. And with time, you start to understand that, but you have to look deep inside of you to really understand that if this is going to happen to me, then what good is coming my way? Instead, I know myself back when I used to have problems, when money problems, relationship problems, or anything. Is like, oh, I've got all this bad luck and this is happening to me. Now I see that and I'm like, okay, well, I could dwell on this, which I did. But then I thought about it and I'm like, okay, so what better is coming my way now? What gift or idea will pop into my head now that this happened to me, and I can allow it to control me, or I can control the whole idea of it. And so I did. In meditation, I learned this exercise. It's called the revision exercise, and I revised it. And instead of that person following me to the grocery store and jumping out of his vehicle and yelling and cursing at me, I had that same gentleman not go to the grocery store or follow me, and I've never felt better. It was like something lifted inside of me that made it okay. Well, all right, so I must be leveling up spiritually and mentally for bad things to come. So that means if something bad's coming, well, I guess there's something better coming then, isn't there? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, but we don't see it that way. Instead, we got caught in our mind. And I did. I got caught in my mind. I allowed it to get the better of me. But why? Why should I allow something like that to get the better of me when I can take it as there's something good coming? What can I learn from this? But we don't know it until we understand the law of assumption and how everything that we create, it can be good or it can be bad. It comes to us. And when you become more aware of your mind and what it's capable of, your subconscious mind starts to send you little, I don't know, like tests, I guess you want to call it. And it's either you break or you don't break. And at one point I broke, but then I thought about it and then I revised it, and I'm not allowing it to break me. And I'm just going to continue to whatever other test the subconscious wants to throw my way. Okay, well, let's go. Let's face it head on. I'm ready. You know, it's it's all about mindset, really, and just understanding that there's just more to life than worrying and being in fear. And I've been in fear my entire life because I've had people tell me I wasn't going to amount to anything. I wasn't good enough. I had people bully me. But now I thank those people for what they did to me because of that. Now this is my superpower. This is my way of growing. This is my way of creating something beautiful, creating a podcast, creating content to speak to you about, writing a book. I'm writing a book about but just fear and how it's our strongest opponent and how it takes over us. And there's so many forms of fear. Anger is fear, sadness is fear, depression is fear, fear of our relationships falling, fear of our job being taken from us. If your job's taken from you, like I said in my last whatever video I posted about this, it's a blessing. Everything that happens to us in life, whether it be good or bad, it is a blessing. Because if it's bad, guess what? Something better is coming our way. I mean, you speak about the woman who lost her father, and she was riding a streetcar and she was crying. But instead of her tears, she decided to imagine that it was salt water coming from the ocean, and she was being splashed with that water because she was sailing on a boat to Samoa. And funny how it is, 3 days later, she got a letter saying that her aunt had passed away and she had received $3,000 and a boat. What was she doing the following week? She was sailing that boat to Samoa. It's amazing how one bad thing can be actually a blessing in disguise and creating something wonderful. Bad things happen to us for reasons, because we chose for these bad things to happen to us. We chose for trauma to happen to us because we think trauma is a bad thing. Trauma is a good thing because what better is coming our way? If you experience your lowest moments with nothing, you have everything then. Think about a person who's homeless. You think they have nothing? They have everything. I know a fellow who I went to school with. He was homeless. He had literally nothing. And now he makes 6 figures a year because he used the law of assumption. He created it. We are all creators. The job you go to, you think you got to put up with people's drama. You think you got to gossip. You don't have to gossip. You don't have to take part in any of that. You don't have to be a part of that. People are going to attack you. That's a good thing. Let them attack you. People are going to try to insult you. That's a good thing. Let them insult you. It means their mind is taken over by their ego. Love yourself unconditionally. Don't worry about what others think. Worry about what you think. I did that too. I worried about what others think. I seeked validation from everybody. And what did it get me? Endless heartache, failed relationship, a job I didn't want to be a part of because every day people come to work and they're just complaining about this, complaining about that. And you're just like sucked in that environment. You just can't get out of it because it's constant. It's in the truck. It's in the building. It's outside. It's yelling and screaming. And if something doesn't go their way, then there's tantrums. And then you start taking that home with you and you start absorbing that. But when you just realize that none of it's real and it's just your ego getting in the way. It's our ego getting in the way of all of us. But we don't understand that because we don't take the time to look inside us, to look and take responsibility for our actions, take responsibility for what we can be doing. Those other people, let them do their thing. That's their choice. That's their vice. It has nothing to do with you. Don't take it as an insult. Don't take it as an attack. Just let it be. And focus on you. And the more they attack you, the better off it is because it looks like, wow, you're a lot higher than you thought you were. You're a lot more powerful than you thought you were. If someone's insulting you, it's usually because they're jealous of you. If someone's attacking you, that's usually because they want what you have. And that's what I'm starting to realize. So I take everything now, any attack, any insult, any form of, I don't know, trauma or anything. I don't see trauma anymore. I see a blessing. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm going to continue to post every day and just speak my truth and just tell y'all that you got this. And we all got this, really. We just don't see it because we're caught up in an illusion that's been with us our entire lives. And you have to untrain your mind to get out of that illusion. And you'll stop worrying about what other people think. You'll stop feeling the feelings you've been feeling. Instead, you'll take it as, this is motivation. This is me leveling up. This is me understanding that obviously I'm doing really well because somebody wants what I have. Or somebody's jealous of what I have, so they want to insult me. They want to trash talk me. They want to do it. They want to do any form of negative energy because they're not me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Much love to you all and take care.